Not too long ago while I was sick, something terrible happened. Something so horrendous, it'll keep you awake at night. When I revealed to you this horrible misdeed, it may change the way you look at the world. You won't look at the world with the eyes of a child, but a grizzled veteran who saw some shit in Vietnam. There's a war going on in Twitter right now. You might not know about it. Apparently, the social justice types in progressive Twitter are very angry at artists who draw sexual characters, especially of women. You see, when the artists draw sexy female characters, it's the male gaze, it's bad, patriarchy. If the artists draw buff dudes, they usually don't care, and if they do care, it's a male power fantasy. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel powerful looking at a super buff dude who's good looking. You know, I look at that guy and go, God, I'm a fucking mess. When these women see these sort of drawn characters, they go absolutely mental. But when you flip the coin, when a real woman does stuff, sexualizing herself to make money, that's totally fine though, because the rules are very fucking odd. Devilish wrote, I love Rey's hood because she never wears it for some reason. I didn't even know Rey had a hood. But then again, I saw the last two Star Wars movies. I could barely tell you shit about them other than they're bad. Well, he drew big boobed Rey. Rey is looking pretty thick here. Those boobs are quite huge and voluptuous.
Sassy, anyone?
The hips, the thighs are so big she could crack a watermelon with those fuckers. And then the fury came. And when I say the fury, I mean the fury of Twitter women. Sailor Pizza at CCXP19. What the hell is that? I love how men have brains, but they never use it for some reason. Wow. This girl must be splitting the atom on a daily basis. No. Oh, she's got gender pronouns, except they're in Spanish. So there you go. This is the worst thing I have seen today. Wait. She's got a picture of her icon is literally the chick who played Rey in the movie from the Jimmy Fallon bit where she goes on and starts rapping the Star Wars movies. One of the cringiest things I've ever seen, and I can only get through a few minutes of it. Jesus, just thinking about it gives me a slight headache.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Go! Hyperspace zoom. Set up some battle plans in an R2. C-3PO saying they're doomed until they're bought by a farmer named Luke. Hey! His force is strong. Obi-Wan hasn't heard that name.
This is the worst thing I have seen today. Why do some people have to sexualize everything? Let's see. Oscar Wilde said it best when he said, everything is about sex, except sex. Sex is about power. But you wouldn't know that. It would require you to read something other than, the Mary Sue. Everyone is entitled to their own interpretation of characters. Yeah. Have you seen what Twitter thoughts do to characters now? Literally, if you do this if you want. Go follow a couple like Twitch streamers that also do lewd cosplay. The second you follow one, Twitter will just bombard you with more of them. These girls have no chill either. They will take things that happen. Did you know that these Twitter thoughts actually started doing cosplay about the black hole? All right, we're off at a tangent. All right, there's a woman over the summer who worked on an algorithm that made it possible for us to see the event horizon of a black hole, right? It's a big moment in science that nobody really gave a shit about, to be honest with you, because nobody cares about science. Everybody cares about that new iPhone girl. Anyway, a couple women hop on and start touting to the heavens how amazing women are, blah, blah, blah. The Twitter women that have nothing better to do than to celebrate some other woman's achievements to then virtue signal about themselves being women. That would be like me getting a hard-on because Elon Musk's SpaceX rocket went up into space for a second time. It ain't got shit to do with me. That's not my achievement. But God help you if you tell these women to get a fucking life. Anyway, besides them, there are Twitter thoughts. Twitter thoughts immediately rushed out and made costumes. Earth Chan and Black Hole Chan. And then you know what happened next. The Twitter thoughts started doing lewd photos with each other, where it's like Black Hole Chan sneaks up on Earth Chan and feels her up, blah, blah, blah. It's a whole hot mess. One of the chicks literally is a blonde white girl from Australia and she takes cultural appropriation to the next level. All right? It's one thing to come down on dudes who run around with samurai swords and wearing katanas. It's a whole other thing when you do your makeup to try and make your eyes look smaller than they actually are. It's kind of like, Jesus Christ, girl. Trying so hard to look like an Asian Lolita, it's nutty. But that's cool. This guy drawing Boob Ray, unacceptable. Disgusting. By the way, why is this chick, like, it's boob support? Okay, listen, it's fucking Rey from Star Wars. It's a character that literally did not have to learn how to be a Jedi and could do Jedi mind tricks. I'm pretty sure the Force is naturally a super force sports bra for this broad. Seriously? This is so insulting to the character. Oh man, I should have took some fucking Tylenol before I read this shit. Like, what does this matter? In the grand scheme, it's not even a real person. It's a fucking drawing. Absolutely disgusting. Please be better. Is this for real? Yeah, it's definitely a Twitter page that's in love with all things Marvel and DC and current. Oh, it's a woman. Yeah. Her taste in films, it says enough. Jesus Christ, new Spider-Man movies. Aunt May is Marissa Tomei. Talk about some of the worst casting ever. Marissa Tomei is still hot, even at her age. Aunt May was never hot. She was old. The whole point of Peter Parker going out of his way for Aunt May was because she was so fucking old, the bitch's bones could turn to dust on a bad day. When Aunt May's Marissa Tomei, you're not worried about her falling down the stairs and screaming,
"Fallen, and I can't get up!"
Oh, Jesus Christ, this broad. I mean, that's just your opinion. Just let him draw what he wants to draw, LOL. It's blatant misogyny and is the basis of female over-sexualization and body image used. It starts here and it progresses into groping, harassment, and even rape. Not saying the artist is a rapist, harasser, or groper, but this type of image is, what? Patriarchal in nature. Meg, you're retarded. That's from me. Really? Meg is treating this photo like it's a gateway drug to rape. This is the type of people that wander around Twitter free. Frankly, you know what? Twitter used to be kind of cool 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Twitter now is trash. And that's because Tumblr died. When Tumblr died, all the shit from Tumblr that was no longer free to run rampant, you know, like male cosplayers that call anyone that don't agree with them being feminists as incels or whatever. All these trash bags came over now and Twitter is fucked. How do you even get the thought process that this image is going to lead to groping? How? I would love to just see inside of this woman's mind, to see just how she's warped. She's a warped human being. Don't get me wrong. I don't really care about the art. It's not my style. It doesn't get my dick hard or anything. But still, some dude, I think, or maybe it's a woman, who the hell knows, goes, "Here, you need this," which is a link to someone else's Twitter where they draw, you know, not safe for work drawings, where it's more realistic depictions of women. What? That woman has a penis. What? Okay. All right. You know, I'm going to just go out on a limb here and say something that's going to get me in trouble, but usually when women are born, they don't have penises. Just saying. It's a chick with a dick. You go fuck off, sir. Jesus Christ. Now you're reaffirming what gender is for your political beliefs. So that's fine. But this guy or whoever, I don't know what this person is, could be a woman, that drew big sexual boob ray, that's unacceptable though. That's over the line. Oh my God, this chat right here. Some of them have penises. They are not women, LOL. Cass comes back with, they are women. But the ones with dicks, but not the ones with dicks. Cass comes back, women, them too. Women can have penises. Then someone answers back with a gif from that Teddy movie or whatever.
Sick bitch! Look at this! Chicks with dicks!
Oh my god. Oh my god, I have a disease, all right? I need help.
There are no chicks with dicks, Johnny. Only guys with tits.
That's fine for a movie, but when I said it, I got in trouble. God damn it. Shit. I'm wondering how your sexy men drawings look like when this is how you draw the women. This is sexism. Everyone's saying this is okay because it's their style is stupid. I'm a lesbian and I don't find it attractive. What? I'm a lesbian and I don't find it attractive at Wild movie? What the fuck? Kind of English is this? Ray, aka Daisy Ridley, I do find attractive. Who gives a shit? I don't find it hot. Hey, let's see, he posted up a picture of a dude he drew. Surprise, surprise, he draws men. What is attractive is not universal and differs from various people. If anything, this drawing is the biggest example of that. My sexy men may not be necessarily sexy, but they have less clothing sometimes. And she doesn't come back. Yeah, don't come back. You just got stuffed. This is actually horrendous. I hope Daisy never sees this. Who gives a shit if Daisy Ridley sees this? You know what? Daisy Ridley is lucky she got that role in Star Wars. She isn't a great actor. Name something she was in before Star Wars. You probably can't. I can. She got like a small speaking role in The Toast of London. I remember seeing her and thinking nothing about her. Then Star Wars came out. I watched Toast of London again and I go, oh, there goes that girl who can't act. From one dude to another. This isn't sexy. This is boring. It looks nothing like the character. I give up on this. It's gone on too long. Let's move on to the last one, If We Shall Children. I'm going to cut this short because my brain is starting to hurt reading some of this shit. Now, this one I caught when I was on Tumblr, updating my Tumblr profile, where I paint model kits. I know, right? I'm super cool. And I saw this person got really pissed. I don't even know why it was on my Tumblr feed because Tumblr's retarded. It's like I'm only interested in like Gundam stuff. And Tumblr's like, oh, would you like to see some crappy Tumblr post from SJWs? And I'm like, no. And then Tumblr's like, here it is anyway. To the Captain Marvel redesign from Pablo. Honestly, it's not really my style of art either, but I'm going to say this. Pablo's drawing ability, including the other guy, is better than what Marvel has going on in most of their comics today. No joke. Like, literally. The problem is that Pablo drew Captain Marvel a little too much like classic Miss Marvel, which really pisses off SJWs today. These are the same people that got Disney Plus and watched a 1940s Mickey Mouse cartoon and found out, oh my God, it's not racially sensitive. It was made in 1940. Like, duh, bitch. So people got mad and it started the where are her organs trend. It's just like, it's a fucking cartoon. You know, nobody asks where are her organs when they're watching their crummy little cartoons on Cartoon Network. Where are her organs? She's not alive. This is sexist. It's not a real person. It has no rights. What's wrong with you? Just draw her like a normal human being. It's not that hard. Then you do it. It's like weird how you have people who will come out and they're violently angry at this, right? But then they'll sit there and they'll defend to the hilt women going on Twitch and painting their boobs. You know, they'll defend to the hilt women going to cons and literally wearing string. Like, it doesn't make sense. But anyway, this Tumblr person who complained about Pablo's art led me down a funny little rabbit hole. Men trying to tell me that over-sexualized Captain America with all her organs in her boobs and a waist thinner than her head is better than Captain Marvel and Fearless drawn by a W1W? I can't tell what that says. This is the difference between the male gaze and the female gaze. Fearless Captain Marvel is hot and confident. She doesn't have to appeal to the male gaze. Imagine drawing a female character without sexualizing her. Men can't relate. Anyway, Carolyn Davis looks freaking sexy as hell and fearless or whatever. You're retarded.
Boom. Roasted.
You know the one thing I notice about these progressive Twitter art critics for comics and anime and so on and so forth, and they're always screaming, the male gaze, accents, you know what they never do? Come up with your own fucking characters then. How about that? Since the characters that men created are all subject to the male gaze, come up with your own. Get the hell out of here. No, that would take creativity. That would take some sort of ability, because you guys can't write or come up with anything. Charlie's Angels is a perfect amalgamation of that. You know, when you hand some of these women that are feminists the reins, they have nothing. If they're not playing the victim card, they got no ideas. For God's sakes. Jesus Christ, all of this, and I'm not seeing one of you come up with your own thing that's a hit, because you can't do it. You got to have a man come up with everything, then come over there and nitpick his work because you're devoid of the ability to do so. That's okay for the birds of paradise. You know, when the male bird builds a nest, he's like, oh, check out my nest, baby. You want to live here? And then the female bird comes over here and goes, these twigs are all wrong. I hate these berries. And then she flies off. He has to rebuild again and hope the next chick likes it. For humans, we don't have to live with that crap. Actually, we're living with it now. What am I talking about? Carolyn Davis in Fearless looks like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. Like, you can't tell this is a woman. For a minute there, I swear to God, I thought Marvel killed off Carolyn Davis and passed the baton on. The worst thing Marvel did was killing the last Captain Marvel in Secret War and then passing on to Carolyn Davis and then creating these goddamn movies and making the character more shit than ever. She was better as Miss Marvel. Now she's become this social justice like beacon of stupidity, and it has ruined a decent character. It's ruining the comic book industry. It is dying a slow, wheezing death, and no one can figure out what's wrong, except the people who used to buy comics. I mean, your version doesn't look like she's ashamed to be a beautiful woman, which is saying a whole hell of a lot. Dude, the art for this actual Marvel comic is so shit, I'd actually rather see Pablo do the Marvel comic for Fearless. You can't tell this is a woman. Hell, one of the characters has a nose like a pig. Dude, I'm not joking. I'm going to be dead real with you. I'm a better artist than this guy is, or whoever drew this. I am. I quit drawing thinking I would never live up to Jim Lee. Little did I know if I stuck in there and had a Tumblr post, one day I'd probably be able to draw shitty Marvel characters. The fact that this is a woman is startling. My God, I'd rather have big over-boobed Captain Marvel than this. By the way, here is a picture of a girl who also has the same body type as this drawing. Where the fuck is this bitch's organs? She's alive somehow. Ugh! Jesus Christ. See, the difference between men and women in this sense is a man can see a dude who's pretty much the epitome of what a woman wants to see and think to himself, oh, I look like shit compared to that guy, and move on with his life. Or he'll sit there, look at that and go, I'm going to be that and work for it. Women will just sit there, look at this unrealistic character. Oh, she's attractive. I don't look like that. This is trash. This is sexism. This isn't what real women's bodies look like. Imagine what would happen if you ran around defacing, ad promotions with good-looking guys on it. You go to jail. It's not just for fun. It's misogyny. The fucking art is misogyny. Good God, you gotta love Western women. This is the height of their oppression. Seeing a Twitter post they don't like. I feel so bad for women that live in third world countries that actually live in a real patriarchy. If I could trade them over here for some of these whiny chicks, I would do it in a heartbeat, and they'd probably be grateful to be here. You mean I can go outside without having my hair wrapped up? Yes, you can. I can vote? Yes, you can. You mean I don't have to get married to a man when I'm 14? No, you don't. You're free. American women, this is them. Oh, this Twitter post is misogyny. The corruption never ends in the patriarchy. We're so oppressed. You don't see anybody come down on female artists like this. Draw women realistically, please, and not just to look like sex objects. Jesus Christ. Why are you giving my girl Carol some bad back problems? She has zero, organs. Give Carol her organs back. It's a drawing. And she's flying through the air. She's gonna have back problems. Well, I guess it's a good thing she's capable of lift up an 18-wheeler truck over her head, huh? It's like they ignore the fact that she can fly. She can literally go through space without, she can generate her own oxygen and shit. She literally can destroy a building, but her breast is somehow going to defeat her. Oh, God, now I gotta cut this up. My brain is hurting so bad from reading this cancer. I think I'm gonna skip my next cancer video and do it tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go for part 2 of tomorrow's cancer. That will be Brawgate. It'll be an interesting tale of how Twitch thoughts come to each other's rescue. I forgot to make one more point. That these are the same type of people that are fine banning a sweater. Someone sent this to me, the hentai onesie, right? It's got a whole bunch of like hentai faces on it. You can't see anything. It's all cropped out. It's just the faces of the women. This is banned, and a lot of people are cheering for it. There's even one douchebag, the guy who said all men are rapists or something, and he's a male feminist. Blackout costs. The dude is now running around in women's panties, selling pictures of himself, and fans only. Like, yeah, I'm the one who's got some sort of sexual like thing. I'm gonna do something bad to women, and you're running around in panties trying to sell your photos to people. Man, I can't say the things I want to say. Anyway, these are the same people that are okay with the onesie being... These are the same people that have a problem with the stupid hentai shirt, right? I don't care, but here's the problem. They're fucking hypocrites. They're like, oh, the hentai shirt is inappropriate for all ages cons. Meanwhile, you have girls literally with their asses hanging out at the all ages cons. But that's fine. This is okay. It's the same thing. They have this weird double standard that makes absolutely no sense and is the epitome of insanity. But then again, it's like a feminist once said to me a long time ago, when she looked at me and said, when a man makes money off of a woman, that's misogyny. When a woman makes money sexually exploiting herself, it's good business. Remember that. That's the thought process. What I do is right. What you do is always wrong. By the way, there's an article coming out, and it'll feature art with Billy. Big ups.